Hi everyone, Rebecca Kahn, Transformational Life Coach here. I specialize in helping teens and young adults release their stress, anxiety, and panic so they can move beyond it, become more resilient and confident. I also help the parents. I help the parents understand how they can best parent to help their child while they're going through this. So we're on week two of my year-long course, little nuggets of practical information that can help you live your best life and help you just know yourself a little bit better and know about anxiety, know about your brain, know about your mind. So I'm starting with strengths in January. And the reason why I start with that is because I want to make sure that we're starting with a strong come from. And studies have shown that if you do come from a really good, loving, appreciative place, then you can actually achieve your goals a lot sooner and with less drama. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you today about the VIA Character Strengths profile, and I'm going to link the survey down in the comments below. And it is a free survey. It takes about 10-15 minutes to complete. And it just kind of gives you some information on you. And what it does is it kind of lets you find the most important aspects of you that are really important to be recognized and understood by other people, and what is most important for you to express to other people, right? So we all have these basic human needs. And for a couple of them are just like, to express who we are and what we're all about. Another one is to be accepted, to be recognized, to be valued by others. And another one might be to feel a part of a group. And all of these character strengths that we innately have within us allow us to do that. So not only are they the most important aspects that we want recognized and that we want to put forth, but it also defines kind of what is the best of us. And it's like collectively responsible for how we get what we want out of life. Okay, so they're pretty important. Actually, they came about by back in the early 2000s. They came about Martin Seligman and Peterson. What's the first name? Peterson. All right, I just completely lost my mind right there for a minute. And it's still gone. And anyway, they came up and they said, what is it that makes people thrive? What is it that makes people flourish? What is it that makes them have a life worth living? And they asked a bunch of scientists, and they all around the world, and eventually it came out to be 55 different scientists doing all these different studies around the world. And they came up with these 24 character strengths. Now, these are not talents. These are not personalities. These are not traits that you can't change. These are the strengths that actually motivate us for, if we do have the talent, that motivates us to use that talent to get what we want. Okay, so they came up with these 24 character strengths that were really clear on this is how we live a very fulfilled life, a happy, loving, fulfilled life. And then they went about doing a survey that kind of pulls in all that and measures those strengths so we as individuals can take it. So now what I do with my clients is I give them my link, which you will have below, and they take the survey. And then when I coach them based on their strengths. So that is, in my opinion, a huge benefit for them, because then they get to know what makes them tick a little bit more. And then we can use those strengths in different ways to accomplish some of the things that they've already accomplished. Use those strengths that they've already used to accomplish what they've gotten, to use those strengths to accomplish what they want. So it's pretty critical in what I do, and I love the fact that it is coming from positive psychology, and that it's a positive way of looking at things and not a negative way. So we've all been in those job reviews where they say, well, you were late, you did this wrong, you did this wrong, you did that wrong, and you need to do this better. Well, coming from a strengths um, come from, we can recognize and we can say, you know what? You are really good at this. You have really great curiosity for what you're doing. If we can maybe bring that curiosity into your um, job, then we can get to be where you want to accomplish as a worker, right? So that might not have been explaining it 100% right, but we use those as a strength, not as a weakness. We don't want to come from our weakness. And when we do come from the weakness, I see this all the time, and I saw this a lot with my personal training. I saw this with weight loss. I saw this with just overall happiness and wanting more from our lives. I see it all the time that we also have a come from of, like, okay, it's alarming. Okay, so that's where the anxiety is like, oh my gosh, I have to do this, I have to do that, I should do that, I should do that. And it's not sustainable. We might get up off of our butt to go do something, but then the next day, what is going to get us off of our butt? We can't be in that constant alarm system. We can also be in an overachieve kind of come from where, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be the best. I'm going to be the best in my class. I'm going to lose the most weight. I'm going to be the best kid ever, right? That comes from comparing with others. And again, it's not sustainable. We just can't keep that up. We can also, and then what happens with all of this? Then you come to apathy where you're just like, oh, screw this. I just can't, it's too much. I can't even, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to sit in my bed and play games all day. I'm going to go eat a whole pie. I'm going to go watch TV and binge watch all day. That's when apathy comes. And guess what? You don't have any motivation when it's from apathy. So what we want to do is we want to have our motivation come from our strengths. So that's what I show my clients. I show my clients how they can find their strengths and how we can use it. So I want you to also know your strengths. So I've copied down below my link for the survey, and please feel free to take it. It is, in my opinion, a really big part of understanding who we are and coming from a place of compassion and empathy for ourselves. So often we don't see what is great about ourselves. We see what is not up to snuff, right? Not as good as other people. Not as good as the thought of how we should be, right? That's proven scientifically that does not work. So take the strength survey. I'm so excited to have you do that and to get a hold of me, copy down below, tell me what you think of it, and we'll go from there, okay? So next week, we'll still be in January, and we're going to be talking about strengths again, and we're going to be kind of exploring a little bit more about that, okay? All right. Thank you very much, Rebecca Kahn. Namaste.